Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Welcome to Verichetti Field in Brockway, Pennsylvania. It's District 9 playoff time. This is the District 9 Class 1A quarterfinals on D9and10sports.com, the YDL Sports Network, powered by Swift Kennedy and Company, the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC and the parent company of YDL Sports Network and the D9and10sports.com. Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency. Their success has been built on service and attention to their clients' needs. Their philosophy of service, their hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921. Chris Rossetti here along with the coach, Larry Weiser, inside our pregame show, brought to you by the Warren County Visitors Bureau. Looking for something to do? Look no further. There's always something to do in Warren County. Check out wcvb.net/events to see up-to-date happenings in and around Warren County. So as we take a look at this game, it's a rematch of an earlier game this year up in Coudersport that went Brockway's way in a very big way, Larry. 72-16, if my memory's serving me right.
Yes, 72-16, and boy, everything went right for Brockway that night. They looked like a well-oiled machine offensively, defensively against the Coudersport team. And Coudersport was kind of, it started out the second offensive series or the kickoff. They fumbled a kickoff, and Brockway went in and got a quick, within, I think, the first 2 minutes, 3 scores that forced Coudersport into an offense that they're probably really weren't used to doing.
So as we take a look at this game, would you rather be the team that lost 72-16, Larry, or would you rather be the team that won 72-16?
I want to win every time. I want to win every time.
Well, it just feels like they're, but I would expect a much more competitive football game this time around. Would you not?
Yeah. I mean, if you follow what Coudersport did following that, I mean, defensively, they come out with some great performances, shutting out Elk County Catholic and, a lot of the other games, they just played a really solid defensive series in their following games.
Yeah, and looking at what we're looking at some of what we're looking at here, a little bit of a different team for County than what they started the year with. They've had some injuries that they've had to overcome, including to their do everything quarterback Gavin Ayers. How hard is that? You've been there, Larry. We've lost key players during a season. How do you overcome something like that and then get to the playoffs?
The next man up philosophy that I know you've heard we've heard this, and I think they've done it. I mean, they changed, they narrowed their offense down. Of course, Ayers was their starting cornerback, big quarterback, doing like 220 pounds, 6'2", and now this John Wright's come in, and John was kind of a tailback fullback for him. And he's done a pretty good job, and the coaching staff's done a good job simplifying the offense.
And you talked about their defense and how after giving up those points, I think they went 3 weeks after that without giving up a touchdown. It was really kind of unbelievable. You give up 72 1 week, and then you go 3 consecutive weeks without giving up a touchdown. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite like that.
Kudos to the coaching staff. I mean, to come out of a game like that. That a 72-16 loss a lot of times can kind of bury a team for the season. And for the players at Coudersport and coaching staff, great job.
No question, Larry. And hey, we're going to step aside here, take a couple of minutes to thank some of our great sponsors. Never more so than in the playoffs are the sponsorship so important as the District 9 does charge a fee to bring on these games. So we're going to step aside, thank some of our sponsors. We'll come back. We'll continue to talk about tonight's football game. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network on D9and10sports.com.
The Brockway Rover Football Boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers!
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport, or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
Swift Kennedy & Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy & Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy & Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup.
Back here at Verichetti Field in Brockway. Again, this is D9and10sports.com football powered by the Swift Kennedy & Company here in DuBois. Want to remind people our drive to the game brought to you by the Warren Tire Center. The Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort. WarrenTire.com. Our stream, as always, brought to you by the Computer Guru and Leaper, thecomputerguru.net. Time to take a look at our players to watch. Players to watch brought to you by All-American Awards and Engraving. All-American Awards and Engraving can put almost anything on almost everything. AllAmericanHQ.com. Larry, I'll let you handle the players to watch.
Okay, we're going to start with Coudersport, Chris. Number 4, John Ryder talked a little bit about the sophomore coming in. He's done a pretty good job filling in for Gavin Ayers. Number 27, James Colby is the leading receiver. Number 18, Ethan Ott, 10th grader, leading rusher. He's averaged about 104 yards per game. And I like this Xander Brown. I watched him play against Elk County. He really did a nice job. He's a second league rusher.
I'm not sure Xander's healthy, though, Larry. You did say he played against Elk.
He did, and I saw him dress.
Okay, all right.
For
Well, that's
captains.
good. That's good. No, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, and defensively, I mean, you have Vigio Brown, Cal Dunn, Xander Brown, and Dylan Howard, and sophomore John Wright. He leads the team with sacks. So that pretty much sums up, offensive, defensive numbers I'd probably see from Coudersport. Brockway, obviously number 8, Braden Fox, number 2 in the state, Class A, 2,106 yards throwing. His top receiver, this is sick. 81 catches, 883 yards. He's number 3 in the states. Number 2, Jendi Coelho. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards. And defensively, you're going to be looking at number 50, Seth Stewart. I really like this kid. And number 55, Aiden Greason. And number 52, Tanner Quadleone. All right, are some of their top defenders.
Those are your players to watch, brought to you by All-American Awards and Engraving. Again, All-American Awards and Engraving. You can put almost anything on almost everything. Check them out online at allamericanhq.com. Going to step aside. Thanks some more sponsors. When we'll come back, we'll look at the coaches' keys to the game. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 Sports.com.
Just like your team builds upon its success, Closest Lumber Company with locations in Olean, New York and Rowlett, PA help you build the home of your dreams. Closest Lumber has everything you need to build or remodel your home, including building materials, paint, supplies, lawn and garden accessories, and more. Stop into either location to get some inspiration or work out the details of your next project. They also have an online showroom you can visit anytime at closeslumber.com. Closest Lumber, your home improvement headquarters since 1973.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Swift Kennedy & Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9 and 10 Sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy & Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy & Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here at Brockway High School, getting ready for this District 9 Class 1A quarterfinal game between Brockway and Coudersport. Brockway is the number 3 seed, County the number 6 seed. The winner of this game gets second seeded Red Bank Valley, the two-time defending champions, next week at a neutral site. In the other semifinal game right now, it'll be Union AC Valley, the 5 against 4. Keystone with the winner of that game playing top-seeded Port Allegheny. We'll have that game on the YDL Sports Network next week. And again, that'll be from a neutral site. As getting ready here, I think, for the national anthem, Larry, but we'll just hold on here. Yes, it's time for the national anthem. We'll keep it here for the anthem. Great job there by the Brockway Marching Band. And as promised, it's now time for our Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Rehab Center with 8 locations to serve you, including in Brookville, Clarion, and Katanning. And Larry, I'll turn it over to you for the Keys of the Game.
Well, I want to start with saying that winning and losing started with quality practices during the week. Game plans that were set up to stop the best plays and take advantage of defensive weaknesses. For example, County better be working on that screen pass that just ate up a lot of yardage and scores that Brockway ran against them last time. Turnovers are always going to be a key. Special team play obviously is going to be a key. And the other thing is this, stupid penalties, mental errors. Chris and I were talking on the way to the game today about how the Steelers were just committing 4 or 5 just what I would call stupid penalties, lining up offsides. And that's one of the things that both teams got to watch tonight. And then it comes down to just using the Steelers in my mind. Chuck Noll comes down to blocking and tackling, football fundamentals.
Sometimes it just does, doesn't it?
It does.
Sometimes it's just about playing the fundamentals of the game, doing what you've been taught to do. These guys have been working since early August in official practices. And it all comes down, this is what you've worked for. This is what you put in all the 7-on-7 work in the summer for. This is what you put in all those practices in August for. It's for this time of year. And it's this time of year that makes heroes and it makes goats at the same time. It's
the one and done time of the year. And then it always felt over the years. And I was a bridesmaid quite a few times in this sport, but one of the things you deal with is kids coming out and hunting. It's been a long season. They've been doing this since August. So a lot is, comes down to what these kids really want to do. They want to keep it up and can continue playing. And, basketball season, wrestling season, come on. So there's a lot of what I would call distractions at this point.
This is our ceremonial coin toss. Seth Stewart, Aiden Grenison, along with Alex Carlson and Tanner Guagliano. Did I get that right? Guagliani?
Yeah.
For
Guaglione
for Brockway, and for Coudersport, Ethan Ott, Xander Brown, Cooper Kissman, and David Brashinger are your captains. That's actually Cooper Rossman. Couldn't read Larry's writing there.
Sorry.
And the coin toss was, of course, done a half hour before this. I didn't catch who won it there.
Neither did I. I was trying to,
well, we're going to find out here real quick by the team that lines up the kick. Brockway is going to receive. They're going to kick. They won the toss, and they are going to receive the football. So County will kick it off to start things off here.
We'll get to find out right away. I mean, what adjustments Coudersport's defense has made. And again, I think one of the plays you want to watch for, it's just a quick screen to Carlson, or he throws it to a number of his receivers, and it's so well done. They cannot go beyond the line of scrimmage, because you'll watch two linemen, the guard and tackle will come out and they'll block the corner and the safety, and they do this so well. I mean, it's picturesque, to be quite honest, as a play. We just call it a quick screen, and it comes from hitting the outside receiver on it.
Kicking off will be number 21, Dylan Howard. Back deep for Brockway. Their uniform numbers are escaping me.
But there we go.
We'll get those for you as he kicks it off. He's going to kick it deep.
We've got
that
21.
Is Matt Pine with it at the 10. Matt Pine up over the 30, the 35, and he'll be down at about the 36-yard line. So nice field position to start for the Brockway Rovers. So the Rovers will take over. They're going to mark that down at I do believe, the 31-yard line. And that is where Brockway will take over here to start this football game at their own 31. Braden Fox, the sophomore quarterback, will be in the gun. Jendi Coelho is the lone back. It's kind of a pistol formation for the Rovers.
And they're offsetting their fullback. Coming
They're
across.
They're going to give it to Coelho right out of the gate. He's got some room. He's over the 40, the 45, the 50, and inside Coudersport territory to the Falcon 45-yard line.
Coelho, Jendi has really good balance. I mean, he made a nice inside move and broke it back to the outside. Just an outstanding young running back.
24-yard gain on the first play of the game for Jendi Coelho.
Okay, formationally, they're coming back the other way with Jendi set up this time.
Get out of the gun, handing the ball to Dylan Hanna, and Hanna goes straight up the gut. He's going to be inside the 45 to about the 42, 43-yard line, depending on the spot here. So it'll bring up a second down and about 7 or 8. They're going to call it 7 as they mark him at the 42-yard line.
Okay, well, I'm going to watch for this screen this time to Carlson out there. This is looks like a great opportunity or a great time to run that play. We'll see what happens here.
This opening drive brought to you by Framarelli Sales and Service right here in Brockway. Here's another handoff to Coelho. Breaks a tackle. He's got the first down and more inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. David Barshinger had a chance, Larry, but he broke the tackle.
This is another play that Brockway runs pretty well. Not a lot of teams run it. It's just an old trap draw, and the set up like he's going to throw the ball, and Fox will set up like he's going to throw the ball and hand off to Coelho there.
So that'll bring up a first down and 10 at the 34. Excuse me, that's the Tonesta Builder Supply first down. Looking to throw. He throws it out there to Andrew Brubaker, and Brubaker's got another first down inside the 25-yard line.
That's just what we called smoke or Patriot. That's what the Patriots ran for years. Just a quick throw to the outside. You're looking at the corner playing off number 5. In this case, Andrew Brubaker.
They're going to mark that ball at the 23-yard line.
They're pressing him now. And they're coming back with
a trap. Give it to Coelho, and Coelho is down the sideline. Touchdown, Brockway. He tiptoed down the sideline. He kept himself in bounds, and it's a Daddy's and Clarion touchdown for the Rovers. They strike quickly in less than 2 minutes to take a 6-0 lead.
I think Jendi took some dance lessons there going up along that sideline there. That was pretty neat.
So just a minute 57 into the game, and the Rovers have struck first. So the kick now is that 86?
Well, it's good. That's from my view here, it didn't look good.
That was Aiden Wilcox on the kick.
There is no mic out there. I don't. We're radio. Yeah, for there.
7-0 here. in favor of Brockway is somebody came in and thought Larry could like fix the lighting situation.
I can't.
Where was there no light at, Larry?
The PA, they're looking for a PA. They can't hear it.
Oh, they can't hear the PA.
Yeah.
That would be a problem to some extent.
I don't know if Steve can hear us.
Steve, they can't hear the PA, I guess, outside, they're saying.
We're live yet, Chris? Here?
Yeah, we've been live, Larry.
I'm going to tell you what, a beautiful facility here. I'm watching people just beyond the Coudersport fan. They're ice skating over there. We got people practicing basketball, and we got a heck of a district playoff football game here in Class A. What a beautiful, beautiful facility.
So it'll be kicked off here by Will Cox. Will Cox's kick is a deep one. It's going to bounce and be taken by Ott at the 4. That's Ethan Ott. He's over the 20. He's hit at the 25, keeps fighting forward to about the 27, 28-yard line.
It's a great kick. That's what my kicking teams, we always tried to do, that corner kick. And, so we could flood our area with defenders going down the field.
So Brockway will take over this Framorelli drive at their own 28-yard line, trailing in the game.
Kind of interested. Last time they played them, they played a five-man front. And looks like they're staying in there.
So Wright's going to go under center. He's going to turn and he's going to hand the ball to Ott, I do believe. And Ethan Ott is going to get a couple yards up over the 30 to about the 31-yard line. So give him a pickup of 3 there. Just a simple
isolation play. And, this young man missed a couple games, and he still has about 800 yards rushing. So he's had a pretty good season. I like both of these backs in the backfield for Coudersport here. I don't know if there's some confusion on the part of Brockway and lining
the
up.
Shotgun this time is right. He rolls. Yeah. He's got off, but he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get close to the first down. He's going to be short by a yard or 2 there. But, boy, he had Ethan Ott if he wanted him wide open.
Well, as we know, I said early on, John was a former running back, converted back to quarterback after the injury to Ayers, and nothing was open there initially. They did get that wheel route going there, but he had decided he was going to pull it down and take off.
It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Falcons at their own 36-yard line. It is a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down. Under center.
This is a good time.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Ott picks it up, though, at a 29. He dropped the pitch and has to recover it, and it's disaster for Coudersport. Not as much as it would have been if they had lost the ball, but they're still going to be forced into a punting situation.
It was well defended. I mean, they brought their Z back down and, kind of coming down in a crackback block, and that's the only reason I really don't like that. Bringing that Z back down. I think you bring the cornerback in play, but you always risk that penalty. That time it was just a bad.
So here's a Karen Ott Realty punt. That's number 21. Punts it out of there. That is Dylan Howard, and it's going to take a bounce and be down at the 41-yard line of Brockway. They're going to call it the 41 where it's down. So it's a 30-yard Karen Ott Trails End Realty punt. Never punt on buying or selling a house when you use Karen Ott in Trails End Realty, specializing in single-family residence and income property in the North Tier corridor. So Brockway will take over up 7-0 with 8:30 to play here in quarter number 1. Fox looking to throw. He's got a guy wide open out there. Catching it on the run is, I do believe, that is number 21, Maddie Brubaker. So I'm going to confirm with Steve that is number 21, Maddie Brubaker.
That was a play action pass to, Jendy. They faked it, Jendy Coelho coming up in the inside and pulled the ball nicely and laid the ball out there really nice.
Brubaker, Maddie was wide open. So the extra point attempt here by Wilcox. Kick is up, and that kick is good, and it's now 14-0 nothing, and we're going to step aside for a quick 30-second timeout.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Well, that was fast, Larry.
It sure was. I'll tell you what, Brockway looks like a well-oiled machine here tonight. And Chris, I want to point out 67 Reese Yaner and
Yonner. It's Yonner.
John Verichetti and Carter Coelho and Aiden Greason. Those are the offensive linemen, along with Devin Saplizio. I hope I pronounced Devin's name right. Saplizio.
So Wilcox to kick off again. His last kickoff went to the 4. It was returned by Ott. This one is headed a little shorter. It's going to be taken at the 26-yard line by Jackson Moss. Moss is going to have some room out to about the 39.
Coudersport will start with good position here. And I was emphasizing the offensive line, Chris, because to be honest with you, I learned real quick as a new head coach, that's where, you're going to win and lose up on that front, both on offense and defense.
So with 8:14 to play here in quarter number 1, it'll be first down and 10 for Coudersport at their own 40-yard line, starting this Fran Morelli sales and service drive.
Okay, coming in a
going to hand the
pistol.
ball off and being met at the line of scrimmage, looking for a number on it. I think that was Ott again. That was Ethan Ott. Was met at the line. They're going to give him a yard to the 41-yard line.
And Tanner Quadleone put the finishing touches on the tackle right there, number 52.
It'll be a second down and 9 here from the 41-yard line. Taking all kinds of time in the huddle here is Coudersport. Break the huddle finally with 8 on the shot clock, game clock. In the gun this time as the clock's down to 3.
You better get moving.
2, 1.
They're not going to get it.
They're completely out. That's going to be
that's
going to be an E&G Auto Plus Incorporated penalty on the Falcons for delay a game.
It might just be the young quarterback not looking at the clock ahead of him.
That'll move them back to the 36-yard line, where it'll set up a second down and 14. E&G Auto Parts. You'll never be penalized when you go to E&G Auto Plus in Coudersport, where they have used vehicles, a great service center, and plain and simply the best deal on batteries anywhere. There's a ball that's picked off,
wow.
And that's going to be a pick 6. And with the football is, I think, Brubaker that would be Alex Carlson, number 11, on the pick 6. Caught it at about what?
It was a tip right in his hand.
At about the 40-yard line or so, Larry?
Yes. It was as they were doing a quick out, which is a route that they use quite often. And, the ball was kind of overthrown, and he just got his fingertip on it enough to lift the ball up for what I thought was when Carlson caught it and took it right in full stride. So no one was going to catch him.
So we're just going to go right now with a 40-yard return. We'll get the official distance here in a moment, but on to kick the extra point is Wilcox, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. And it is now 21-0 in favor of Brockway. We'll step aside for this message.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
Back here, if you haven't had time to breathe, I don't blame you. It's 21-0 Brockway, and we're not even 5 minutes into this football game.
For Chris, I'll be honest with you, this is one of these situations where I would be calling timeout and, just trying to get my players settled down here. It's 21-0. you guys got to go in there and start looking at it at 0-0, and let's have fun out here tonight. Let's not get caught up in what the score is right now.
So here's the kick. It's going to be taken by Ott at about the 17, and Ethan Ott, nice little hole, and he'll be hit at about the 37, 38 yard line.
37 looks like 38. Should be at the 38, I think. One's marking at 37, the other's 38.
Oh, they're going to officially put it down at the 37 yard line.
Yep.
With 7:07 to play here in the first quarter. All right, I'm going to let you call this play-by-play real quick here.
We've got what we call pro formation, I backfield. This is, I'm not sure, but I think whether it was Greason or the offensive tackle. Looks like the offensive tackle for Coudersport, which will put him back. These are what I call mental errors. A lot of times when I first started coaching, I'd ask guys come to the sideline and say, hey, stress how important you can't make these mistakes.
So now they're going to hand it to that's number 34. That's Brown.
That's Brown in.
And he's going to get a couple of the penalty yards back.
That's just a quick dive. He ran that really successful. When I watched them play Elk County Catholic. Brockway did a great job. And again, I've got number 52, that Tanner Quadleone. He's racking well up from his linebacker position here.
I want to shout out to Adam Fox's hunting buddies. He was supposed to be on a hunting trip tonight, but Adam, one of the assistant coaches for the Rovers, said that his buddies were going to be watching, and he wanted us to shout out to them, so we will. Here's a handoff to Ott. He'll get back out to the 35-yard line, and that's going to bring up third down and a lot. I think it's 12 for the Falcons. So, yeah, it's third down and 12 for Cowdy. This is a Luton Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning third down. When you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning to get you moving. Again, lutonsplumbing.com.
Ben Yell did a nice job on that. He was the nose guard on this side, and the guard pulled, and he defeated the guard's block down on him that last play.
So Brown rolling to his right. He's going to keep the football, and he's not going to get anywhere near. He's going to maybe get back to the original sticks over there. And it's going to bring up another punting situation, most likely for the Falcons on a fourth and what looks like it's going to be 9 from the 38-yard line. That'll be another Karen Ott Trails End Realty punt for Coudersport. Never punt on buying or selling a house when you use Karen Ott and Trails End Realty in Coudersport, specializing in single-family residence and income property in the North Fork Tier Corridor. So it'll be Howard to punt. It's a high, short punt,
take.
calling a fair catch, but then letting it roll. And then it takes a massive roll for Brockway, and it'll be downed at midfield. So it'll go in the books. It's just a 12-yard punt.
Should be about the 46.
Yeah, they are going to move it back.
Yeah.
That's where it was touched originally at the 46-yard line of Brockway. So it'll go in the books as a 16-yard punt with 5:05 to play here in quarter number 1. Brockway takes over on this Framorelli Sales and Service Drive. For a great used car, go to Framorelli Sales and Service right here in Brockway. Check out their inventory online at framorelli.com. While you're there, go to Morelli's Family Restaurant right next door for a great tasting meal. Out of the gun is Braden Fox. He wants to throw. He's going to throw short, and it's caught somehow in traffic by Brubaker, and he's going to pick up a few yards before Barshinger makes the tackle at the 49-yard line of Brockway. So dangerous pass.
It was, and to be honest with you, Jackson Moss almost picked it off, and it was just he tipped the ball, and he was able to hold on to that ball. And while we have the Coudersport fans, I want to give a shout out to Coach Simcoe up there, Paul Simcoe, the great Coudersport coach.
Trips to the left. They're going to hand it to Coelho. Coelho's got a massive hole. He's got a first down and more. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Running hard over the 35 to about the 33, and there's a late flag on the play.
Not sure what the flag was, but that was a beautiful trap block right
That's
there.
in the neighborhood of a face mask, and there's a County player down,
He's holding his
and they
knee
were
too.
immediately calling the training staff over, and the Brockway trainer getting over there quickly, and then the County trainer getting over as well. We're gonna step aside here real quick. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. The Brockway Rover football boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers! The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
The Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. The 2023 camp will be the 20th year for the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, and we'll have a star-studded lineup of clinicians. The camp will once again be held in Port Allegany, Pennsylvania from June 19th through the 23rd, 2023. Check us out online at teambruno.com and like us on Facebook. Hope to see you there at the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp in Port Allegany, PA.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back here at Verichetti Field, the Coudersport player is still being worked on down there. We just know it's one of the bigger linemen. We're not sure who, and without knowing a number, I'm not going to speculate which one, but doesn't look like a great situation for that young man right now, Larry, as they've been working on him since we went away to commercial break and are still working on him. It was a run on the play by Coelho from the Brockway 49 to the Coudersport 33, and the player went down in the neighborhood of making the tackle and has been down. There's also a penalty flag that has not been assessed yet. We're not sure what the penalty is either, and as they continue to work on the young man, we're going to step aside again. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network. So James Liller is the injured Falcon. He's being helped to the Brockway sideline right now by the Coudersport and Brockway training staff. It's a 5-yard penalty for a face mask on Coudersport on the play. That'll move the ball to the 28-yard line, and it'll be first down and 10 from there for the Rovers. That is an E&G Auto Plus penalty. You'll never be penalized when you go to E&G Auto Plus in Coudersport. Automotive needs since 1996. E&G Auto Plus Inc.com. Out of the gun here as we get back to action. Here's a handoff to Coelho. He's going to break it to the left. Coelho's got room. He's at the 20, and he's drugged down over there at about the 19-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short. Tackle.
I'm watching Greason and Quayleon, both of these, number 52 and 55. They double teamed and drove off their defender at least 5 yards off the ball. That's what gave Coelho that room to run the ball right there.
So second down and 1 from the 19 inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. There's a quick pass. That is to Carlson, and he's going to have a first down, and I believe it's going to be first and goal for Brockway.
That's the play I was talking about at the beginning of the game that hurt Coudersport a lot the first game. It's the first time I saw him run it tonight. It's just they pull both Greason and Quaylo, who go out and get the corner, and they hit Carlson coming in from the split end. I feel the play's better if you run it to the wide side of the field, but
it's going to be a pickup of 9 on the play. So now out of the gun with Quaylo, the sidecar to his left is Braden Fox looking to make it a 28-point game. They're going to hand it to Quaylo. He's got a gaping hole to his right. Now he finds some trouble, and he's going to be tackled at about the 6-yard line. Is a nice job there. Coming up to fill that hole was Jackson Moss.
Yeah, they set their the other back right behind the guard on the right side, and he goes and blocks the back side. They ran this play and they got good yardage the first time we ran it, but my thoughts are, I thought you would try to use him and run behind that blocker, but
it only ended up being a 2-yard gain there, Larry. It looked like it had all kinds of potential. And
I mean, if he had run it to the backside, I think it was really there, and that's what I thought they were going to do.
So again, out of the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Looking
a quick screen.
Is the left-handed quarterback Fox. Now he's finds some room. Now he's got a guy wide open in the end zone. That is another Brockway touchdown.
I tell you, Braden has really looked on target tonight. You know, I think Keystone, he was a little off with some of his throws, and that time he was under pressure, did a good job avoiding the pressure, and that was one of those things. The receiver broke back outside, got himself in the corner there, and beautiful pass thrown in there.
That was Matty Brubaker, his second touchdown catch of the game. And it is now 27-0 on that Daddy's and Clarion touchdown. Here's the extra point by Wilcox. That kick is up. That kick is good. And it's now 28-0 Brockway. We'll step aside for this message. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Back here at Verichetti Field, where it's now 28-0 in favor of the home team, the Brockway Rovers all over the Coudersport Falcons. And we were wondering if we were going to see a repeat of the first game, Larry, and that's kind of what we're seeing
that's
right now.
What it's looking like. And by the way, I keep wanting to point out this Aiden Green-Eisen, number 55, and Tanner Quadleone, these two linemen there, and of course the other linemen up there, Brockway, are outstanding too. They're given holes that I'm not sure I still could run through. Maybe Chris could, but there's some beautiful.
I really liked on that touchdown how Braden Fox could have run the ball, and then he just stepped back and saw the guy wide open and threw it.
I agree with you. I agree.
Kickoff is going to be taken by Ott at the 19. He's up over the 30, 35, 40. He's got a hole at the 45. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Ethan Ott, Coudersport. No flags. He went.
Ethan Ott did a nice job coming up, and then he broke it back to the outside and outran anybody, all the defenders. Great kickoff return there.
Looking for the official yardage here for a second, Larry. I'm going to rewatch that and get you the official yardage on that. He took that at the 19 on a sprint, so it's 81 yards for Ethan Ott to the end zone. And looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Man in motion. They're going to hand it to Ott, and he hits right into the hole. And does he get into the end zone? He does not. And so the score will remain 28-6. And we'll be back after this message.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
My goodness, Larry. I haven't even had time to breathe in this game yet. We've got 34 first quarter points, including 28 by Brockway, and then Ethan Ott just went 81 yards for Coudersport. If I sound a little disjointed, folks, it's because I haven't even had time to process one score before another one happens.
Well, for those people who love offense, you're getting that kind of game here tonight. And for Coach Heichel, which has almost been a flawless game for Brockway, I know he was concerned, and I like the fact that he went to his special teams and he got him off to the sideline and gave him a forceful discussion.
And here's an onside kick, and it's going to be covered by Ben Yale at the 47. So they tried to catch him off guard, but Yale was right on top of it.
Ben Yale, what a name, huh? You got some great football names here in these two teams.
So Ben Yale was all over that onside kick attempt and made sure that it wasn't. So there's where Brockway will take over at their own 47-yard line. No time went off the clock there, but they had to be on their P's and Q's there, Larry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a good job by Yale to recognize what he saw and get on top of the football for the Rovers. So out of the gun, they're going to hand it to Coelho.
Trap.
Coelho is going to be met there, and he's tackled by big Cooper Rossman at the 48-yard line.
Well read. Rossman did a nice job.
We'll call it the 49, actually. We'll give him 2 yards on the play. Brockway currently outgaining Coudersport 179-8 in this football game.
This is a good time for them to run their screen, or this could be their shallow route coming across.
Little high, and that's going to be a pitch to Hannah. That will be, and then there's a late flag on the play as well as Hannah gets to the 49-yard line of County. We'll see what this is. This looks like it's going to be on Brockway, I do believe.
I think so. This is a nice new wrinkle that Coach Verichetti's put in on his offense, and got a chance to watch him run it a couple times the last time they played, and they did well with it. So it's a pitch, but it's almost like kind of like an option pitch. I guess they could go to a point where he just fakes it and Braden keeps the ball.
That's going to be a penalty from behind the sticks on Brockway. It'll be a hold, and it'll be marked all the way back to the 38-yard line. So no play on that. And it'll be second down and now 19 for the Rovers.
They're going to run that quick screen.
Watch the
left tackle and left guard. Watch if they head out right away.
Little shovel pass to Hannah, and he's got some room. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20. He cuts in, and he'll finally be taken down at about the 13-yard line. That was just one of those little pitch passes, and Dylan Hannah did all the work.
Well, you go down to the list. Brubaker, Carlson, Hannah, Brubaker. I mean, these guys, not only catch the ball well, but they run the ball well after they catch the ball. Yards after the catch. We call that yak.
He'll be down at the 14-yard line as they enter the Pizza Hut red zone. And now we've got a stoppage by the official here. I think he needs to potentially reset something on the clock, maybe. Yeah, they're going to reset something on the clock. They're going to set it to 48 seconds, I guess. So 48 seconds on the clock inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. PizzaHut.com. Pizza Hut in DuBois in St. Mary's. Had a chance to go to the Pizza Hut in Clarion the other day. Larry had a good pan pizza and a salad.
Yeah.
Out of the gun here is Fox. He's going to throw it. It's a little flip out here to, I think, is that Brubaker?
Brubaker, number 5.
Is that number 5?
Yep, Andrew Brubaker.
Or was that Hannah number 9?
I thought it was Brubaker.
That's number 9, Dylan Hannah. That is Dylan Hannah completing what he started on the little flip pass. He gets that one for the touchdown, and it's now 34-6 in favor of Brockway.
By the way, Chris, you tickled my fancy with that Hunter Station thing. We're looking for a place that can still golf next week.
They're closed now, Larry, unfortunately.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the extra point. It is up, and it is good, and it's now 35-6 in favor of the Rovers. We'll be back after this message.
Hobbs Landscaping in Eldred, Pennsylvania has been servicing properties in McKean and Potter counties in Pennsylvania and Allegheny and Cattaraugus counties in New York for the past 13 years. Hobbs Landscaping can do it all for you. Contact them today at 814-598-2549 for a free estimate.
Back here at Varischetti Field, still 40 seconds to play in quarter number one. I don't even know where to start, folks. It's 35-6 Brockway. We've had rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, interception returns for touchdowns, kickoff returns for touchdowns. If you like touchdowns, Varischetti Field is the place to be. Almost 40 minutes to play one quarter of football. As Wilcox to kick off again. He's going to kick it deep. It's going to be taken by Moss at the 24. Moss, there's a flag down, and he's brought down at the 35. This is almost assuredly a hold on Coudersport.
But at that time, they elected not to kick deep to Mr. Brown. Or no. I apologize on that. That was
Ott, you mean Ethan
Mr. Ott. Okay, Ethan.
So they're going to mark that from the 36 to the 26 on the illegal block. That is an E&G Auto Plus block. So they'll mark the ball at the 26-yard line.
Well, the good news tonight, Chris, we haven't seen too many of those yellow flags
They're going
out.
to mark it at the 25, I guess. With 34 seconds to go on that E&G Auto Plus penalty. Wright looks to throw. Wright throws. Lots of contact, but that was well within the 3-yard barrier, and it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, right now, Brockway has them, watching Coudersport come out of that first game they played some really solid defense, and they rushed the ball most of the time, especially with their new quarterback in there. Now they're in a position with being behind 35-6 or 36-6, if I can read that right, 35-6. It creates a whole different scenario. Do you throw to get back and try to get back in this game? And that's what they're going to do here.
Out of the gun. This time they're going to hand it off, and that is that Ott on the handoff? Yes, it is, and he's going to get back to the 35-yard line.
Trap coming back this way. They pulled their right guard, but I'm telling you, they met number 55, Aiden Greason.
I think this is going to be the final play of the first quarter. They're going to let the clock run out. At the end of one, Brockway 35, Coudersport 6. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10sports.com.
Swift Kennedy & Company in Du Bois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9 and 10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy & Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy & Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup.
Back here at Verichetti Field in Brockway, as young Mr. James Lillard getting a help over to his sideline now by his teammates, and they came over as a group to help him. It's nice to see. I mean, you hate to see the injury, but it's nice to see how all of his teammates came over to support him here, and just a tough injury for the youngster James Lillard earlier in that first quarter as we get ready to start our Karen Ott Trails End Realty second quarter. Trails End Realty specializes in representing its clients in the purchase and sales of single-family residence and income property within the client cities of Coudersport, Rowlett, Port Ellicott, Genesee, Gelton, Germania, Ulysses, Austin, Eldridge, Shingle House, and Emporium. They keep up with all the transactions in these areas, and they're very knowledgeable with the local schools. That's Karen Ott Trails End Realty, serving the entire North Tier area, and proud sponsors of Coudersport Falcon football. So it'll be a 3rd down and 10 at the 25 for the Falcons as we start this second quarter. Again, brought to you by Karen Ott Trails End Realty. Out of the gun is Wright. He looks to throw. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man there, and it's off the fingertips of Jackson Moss. Moss had Alex Carlson beat by a couple of yards. That might have been a touchdown, but he just couldn't pull it in.
That's unfortunate. It was a nice throw. Well thrown ball. And usually I haven't seen him throw many of those fade routes. For those of you watching film, that's most coaches would call that a fade route.
So it'll be a Generational Wealth Management punt here. Generational Wealth Management is here for all your investment needs at locations in Erie and Bradford. Find out more at gwm.nm.com.
Get a much better punt here, Chris.
Howard, nice punt. Fielded at the 36-yard line by Matt Pine. Pine still running around, and he's going to get out to about the 43-yard line. So that was a really nice punt there that time by Howard. And Pine will return it out to the 43-yard line.
Got about, from the time he caught it, I think about 4 or 5 yards.
7, actually.
Yeah. So
that punt was a 39-yard boot that time. So there's 11:38 to play here in quarter number 2. Brockway will take over its own 43. Now they've got, is that Hannah next to, I think that might be Hannah, the sidecar here. Looking to throw. He throws it out there. It's caught by Brubaker, and Brubaker's immediately tackled over there by Jackson Moss. Nice tackle there by Moss.
Jackson did a nice job coming up on that real quick. He's still get about 4 or 5 yards. That's just, again, a lot of Brockway's offense is those quick screen, quick short passes, and so forth. Braden gets the ball out of his hands quick. I like the offense. It's a pretty diverse, a lot of throwing, but some good running in it also.
It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 47-yard line. Brockway's owns 47. Here's the handoff. That is number 6 with the football. That's Carter Hickman. And Hickman's going to have a nice gain for a 1st down at the 45-yard line of Coudersport. That is a Tedesca Builder Supply 1st down.
Number 67, Reese Yaner, got a nice block on the end that time.
Larry.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Yawner. That's it.
Gets it to the Counters 45 after the Yawner blocks, brings Hickman. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw is Fox. He wants to go deep. He goes deep, and it's caught by... Oh, no, I think it was picked off. Was it picked off? It was! Ethan Ott stole it away from Matt Pine for the interception for Coudersport.
That was kind of like they both had their hands on the ball, but when they went down to the ground, Ethan twisted and took the ball away from him.
I thought at first Pine had made a great catch, and it just turned out that Ethan Ott stepped in and intercepted the ball at the 22-yard line. So Coudersport will get the ball back right there at their own 22 with 10:15 to play now in quarter number 2. Brown.
Yeah, just a short inside trap to him, Chris. On it.
He'll be out to the 24-yard line. Pick up a Q on the play.
Chris, I was talking about Paul Simcoe early on. He's won over 200 games up there at Coudersport, and he's in the Pennsylvania State Football Coaches Hall of Fame. Great legendary coach up there.
Part of the 200 win club, along with my broadcast partner, Larry Weiser here. Here's John Wright. Wright is wrestled to the ground out around the 29-yard line, maybe the 30.
Well, it looks right at the 30. Yep, they're going to mark it
29-yard
line.
So it'll be a pickup of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Falcons.
And I'm not saying the official spot was wrong. I just he may have stepped out early.
If I have my 200 win club in District 9, you, Paul Simcoe, Ed Conto, and Tim Janoko, who's over 300, 307 for 306. Here's a quick throw, and a nice job breaking it up there was Coelho as he ripped it away from James Colby, and it'll bring up a 4th down here.
There he is, number 52, Tanner Quadleone.
Where was he at? Was he over there too, Larry?
Yeah.
Because it was Coelho who broke the pass up.
Coelho and Quadleone come in and made.
So is it going to be another punting situation for the Falcons down 35 to...
I don't know if you could see the time on the clock, too. It's 9:25 in the second quarter. Oh,
it's a fake punt.
It's going to work.
And it's going to work big time as Dylan Howard's got room. He's over the 50 and out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. So the fake punt, special teams, has been the best part of Coudersport's game so far.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow.
So that'll be a pickup on the play of 24 yards for the Falcons and Dylan Howard on the fake punt.
But Dylan did a nice job. Maybe he gripped the ball like he was going to punt it and then pulled her down and took up in a great job blocking on that also.
So the first time into Brockway territory for the Coudersport Falcons at the 47-yard line of the Rovers. Wright looks to throw. Looking. Now he talks. Now he's still looking. Now he's going to let it go. He's got Ott out there. Yep. Oh, that wasn't Ott. That was actually number 19, Vigo Brown. And just overshot him by a couple of steps.
Right. He was scrambling. He kind of got on. Wasn't sure what is it, Vigo Brown?
Yeah, Vigo.
That he, wasn't sure whether he should come back for the ball, and he started going up the field and then kind of stopped his pattern to come back, and the ball was overthrown.
So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 47-yard line of Brockway for Coudersport. Again, out of the gun is Wright. Looking to throw.
He wants to hit that.
He's going to go deep again. He's got a man out there, underthrows it, and it is, I do believe, no, incomplete.
Incomplete.
Is out there, that looks like, was that 23 Moss?
Yeah.
It was Moss and the intended receiver there.
I thought there was a little early contact there, but
bring up a 3rd down and 10 here for the Falcons.
But I don't wear one of those zebra shirts, Chris. I like talking to them on the sidelines all the time. They're always nice to me.
So that's Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 3rd down. When you get behind, when you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning to get you moving again.
They got to hurry.
Wright looks to throw again, looking for Moss. He puts it up. Moss adjusting to it, but the ball, Moss kind of adjusted in, and the ball went out.
Yeah.
I would imagine this has got to be 4-down territory for the Falcons here.
I would think.
It's 35-6. There's 8:55 left here in the quarter in the half. They're on the plus territory here. I think that, like, watching some things here, Larry, I think if they wanted to throw short, there's some routes there, but I don't know if they're comfortable throwing short with a quarterback who wasn't a quarterback.
Well, the out route is something that they like. The motion back coming across, he's wide open. They've dropped that ball, or that ball's been tackled
Wright's going to go deep again. He's got Colby, and he's going to overthrow him. Boy, there was some contact there.
Yeah,
a little bit previous, but I guess they just felt the ball was overthrown. And again, I'm okay with that. There's nothing. I don't have any problem with that at all.
He needed to work back inside on that throw. I mean, he was screened off from the play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to come off like I thought that was I'm okay. I like the aggressive nature. And there's going to be a timeout called here by Brockway. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back after these messages.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here at Varischetti Field in Brockway. Brockway 35-6 over Coudersport. It's been all Rovers through the first quarter and 3 minutes. They'll take over after turning away Coudersport on downs here at the own 47-yard line. After the timeout, we're inside the Karen Ott Trails End Realty second quarter, part of Swift Kennedy and Company high school football here on D9and10sports.com. So they're going to go two receivers to each side. Coelho, the sidecar for Fox in the gun, standing at his own 42. That's a bad snap, and actually that's not Fox. That is number 6, Carter Hickman, and the snap was high, and Hickman had to scramble around and gets out to the 40, back to the 47.
One of the few plays Brockway's run tonight that they actually had 0 yardage on. He still got back to the line of scrimmage.
It gets back to the 47. Again, it's Hickman. I'm looking to see if Fox is just standing over there. I just think they're just working on some stuff. And here's Hickman, and he's got room. I think he's going to be real close to the first down where they're spotting it. And then there's a late flag. I think they might have gotten Coudersport for a late hit.
Right. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I understand it's still the first half, but it's a good idea to get somebody in like Carter to get him some. Well, the game is still some competitive here. Give him some work in case something would ever happen.
Yeah, there's a personal foul on Coudersport, so that's going to be a big one. That's a 15-yard E&G Auto Plus penalty on the Falcons, and that will move the ball inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, where Brockway will have first down and 10 at the 28 the 28 of the Falcons. So Hickman's still in the shotgun here. He's going to hand it off to Coelho. Coelho through the hole. Coelho works his way up to the 21-yard line.
Another good block by Reese.
Yonner. Larry knew he wasn't. You don't like this part of the broadcasting part. Trying to remember
it's making sure you get the names. I mean, I've been
out of the gun here. Again is Hickman from the 21-yard line of Coudersport. He'll take the snap. He's going to keep it and run. He's going to have the first down and more into about the 15-yard line as the Rovers enter the Pizza Hut red zone.
I would call that a quarterback isolation. They isolate on the linebacker. The line blocks either way. And that case, Coelho comes through to lead block for him, and he does. And giving him that yardage that he got right there for a first down.
Step aside, thank a sponsor or two here. 35-6, 7:22 to play. First half, Brockway in control.
The Brockway Rover Football Boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers! The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport, or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
Back here, first down and 10 at the 15 for Brockway. Hickman still in a quarterback. No, that's Fox, and it's
Fox
a touchdown.
Again, compared to the last time I watched it, he is flawless tonight. That was a well-thrown ball.
I think
it was good coverage there.
Is that Dylan Hanna again? Running over here. Yes, that was a touchdown to Dylan Hanna.
I think Dylan's trying to work himself up into the booth here to talk to you, Chris.
So Wilcox on for the extra point. Kick is up, and that kick is short.
That may be the one thing I may suggest that Brockway work on before the next game is that extra point team, people coming up through the middle right there.
So with 7:17 to play here in quarter number 2, brought to you by Karen Ott, Trails End Realty. It is now 41-6 in favor of the Rovers.
Chris, we were lining up for the return team here and so forth. Like that, I wanted to, we were talking about Paul Simcoe and Tim Janoko.
Great one here at Brockway for a long time, Larry.
Ray Reckner. I mean, he's in the Pennsylvania State Football Coach Hall of Fame. I got to coach against all those guys. I'll tell you what, Clyde Connie. I'm going to miss some names coming down through here. Ed's going to end up in the Hall of Fame here. I think he has to wait that 5 years. I'm going to guess he'll be in the Pennsylvania State Football Coaches Hall of Fame.
I think you will be someday too, Larry.
I'm there.
You're there. How'd you not have to wait 5 years? It's a short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds.
I think I started to roll. They put me in in 2011.
They put you in 2011, and then Larry said, "Hey, I'm coming back, folks. I'm not done yet." And they're like, You did a Mario Lemieux. You're like how the Penguins. Larry Lemieux was in the Hall of Fame, and
of course, Ray went in, and I guess my God, one of my best buddies from Kerwinsville went in. We actually changed the rule for that time since he was deceased.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Coudersport here at the 35. Ray Reckner had the opportunity a couple years ago. I ran into him in the parking lot at the Bilo here. Unfortunately, that day his dog had just died. But despite that, Ray was still just generous as always, talking to me, and just a wonderful human being. His offenses didn't quite look like this, though, Larry.
No. They were the wishbone and the stack bone, and oh my God.
And we're going to get Wright sacked there on the play by Reese Yonner. So Reese Yonner sacks John Wright all the way back at the 18-yard line. And that's that is a massive loss on the play. That is going to be a loss of 17, bringing up a third down and 27 for a Coudersport football team that has 22 yards of total offense. We get a quick kick here. Right out of the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw it. Throws it to Moss, and that's a nice throw and a nice catch by Moss, but it's going to be miles short of the first down, and that'll bring up another fourth down for the Falcons at their own 29-yard line. And they're going to bring Howard on to punt. No, they're going to go for it here, Larry.
They are.
Down 41-6. I guess they figure, oh, no, here it is.
Here comes the
here's Howard was just a little late getting on with this Karen Ott Trails End Realty punt. This time he's going to kick it away. It's a line drive kick. It's going to bounce at the 35 and then go out of bounds inside the 35 at about the 33-yard line, which is where the Rovers will take back over at their own 33 with 5:34 to play here in the Karen Ott Trails End Realty second quarter, part of Swift Kennedy and Company High School Football on D9and10sports.com.
Chris, by the way, I got a text from the longtime Brockway superintendent, one of my favorite people, Steve Zarlinski, the Czar, and he's reminding me that I need to pronounce Green Eisen's name a little bit faster, a little bit better. Thank you, Czar. Love you.
There's a handoff. That is, let's see, who has the football there? Lots of bodies, and I need a monitor up here. That was Quelo.
Boy, I missed that one.
You're too busy being made fun of by the old Brockway
I
superintendent.
am.
We
I
thank
am.
him, though, for listening to the broadcast, Larry.
Yes.
Shout out. Ball's
To the Czar.
Ball's out at the 36. It's a pickup of 3 by Quelo.
I think he played football out east someplace. I think he told me that Mount Carmel, he was a pretty good football player out there, I heard.
Fox looks to throw. Fox wants to go deep. He's got a man, and he hits him at the 48-yard line. That is Alex Carlson for another first down for the Rovers.
So Alex has been relatively quiet tonight, the leading receiver for Brockway. Like I said, he has had some 80-some catches going into this game tonight.
It'll be first down and 10 at the 47. That's another Tennessee Builder Supply first down. Tennessee Builder Supply locations in Tynesta and Shippenville. TennessaBuilders.us, full service home improvement center. Back to throw is Fox. He's going deep, looking for Carlson, and he overshoots him at about the 20-yard line. We'll bring up a second down and 10.
Coudersport's changing their defense up here a little bit. They're starting to bring pressure, blitzing a little bit more than they did at the beginning of the game here. So that pass arrow uncharacteristic tonight was one that was that Fox overthrew.
So that'll bring up a second down. Yeah, Fox is, well, as a team, Brockway is 10 of 12 throwing the football tonight.
He's been almost perfect. Here comes that little
shovel pass. That is to Matty Brubaker. Brubaker's in the clear. He's over the 30, the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Matty Brubaker having himself a monster game.
Absolutely. Nice little play. They came across and faked that little pitch that they were going to come and did the shuffle pass underneath. I love that shuffle pass. I think if it's not complete, a lot of people think it's a fumble. It's not. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's like a handoff, but without the danger.
It is.
Now, the only problem is, Larry, that penalties get marked differently out of something like that, and that's probably something that should be looked at in the rules.
Right.
They get marked from the line of scrimmage instead of from the end of the play. Here's a handoff. I think that's Quelo.
That's a trap coming across, and blocking again is number 67, Reese Yonner.
As he gets that out to the 15, they're inside the 16-yard line, inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Go the Rovers here.
We've got 3:20
down here, and no points for Coudersport would mean a running second half clock under the mercy rule of 35 or more.
They're bringing blitz this time again.
This time it's just a handoff. It's a pitch to Matty Brubaker. He stays on his feet. He's going to have a first down. Nice job staying on his feet. Matty Brubaker inside the 10 to the 9.
Matty Brubaker, whatever you did when you get up this morning, you want to keep that up. He's having a monster game.
They're going to mark him right at the 10-yard line there. So it'll be first down and goal from the Coudersport 10 for Brockway, down to 2:56 to play on a running second quarter clock. Karen Ott Trails End Reality second quarter. Fox looking for Carlson. Almost made a great catch. It's incomplete.
right there, and he has hands extended.
So after the incompletion, will bring up a 2nd down and goal. This will be the 8th play of the drive, already covering 57 yards. 348 yards of total offense in this half by Brockway, only 33 for Coudersport. Their lone first down came on a fake punt. Their lone score on a kickoff return for a touchdown by Ethan Ott. It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal. It's Coelho, the sidecar, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the lefty Fox. Puts a man in motion. He's going to hand it to Coelho. Coelho into the end zone, but there's a flag down. They're going to get, I do believe,
I'm not too sure.
Number 52 for the hold there at the 6-yard line.
That was a very delicate way of putting it. It was probably more like a tackle.
It really was. He brought him all the way down. So that'll mark the ball back to the.
And Tanner, we've called your name out tonight for some great blocking, but that one there was a little short of one of your better blocks tonight.
I mean, hey, if you're going to get called for holding, you may as well get your money's worth,
you
right?
Got it.
Get your money's worth. It's 2nd down now and goal from the 16. So, hey, he got his money's worth for the hold.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't one of those cheapskate, wow, why'd you call that, ref? It was a 2-point takedown. I mean, you got great wrestling here at Brockway.
There you go.
I mean, what the heck? Going to put man in motion. Now, Fox turns and throws to Carlson. Oh, what a great play design. And Alex Carlson is going to spin into the end zone for the Brockway Rover touchdown.
That's a play. If you have the opportunity to replay that, that's what I'm talking about. They're going to pull out both Quad Leon and Green Eisen, and they're going to come out and block the corner and so forth. Like as well set up screen. I love the play. That time they did a little bit different by faking that little pitch to the right out of it.
So they're going to kick the extra point here. It'll be Wilcox. He's missed one, but has made a bunch. And that one is up, and that one is good. And it's now 48-6 Rovers with 2:34 to play here in quarter number 2. Brought to you by Karen Ott Trails and Realty. We'll be back after this message.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup.
Back here at Verichetti Field, yeah, it's all Brockway here as they lead 48-6. They have 17 first downs to 1 for Coudersport, 368 yards to 33. They have not had, this is unbelievable, Larry. They've not had a 3rd down in this first half.
It is. Braden's having such an outstanding game throwing the ball.
They don't have a 3rd down. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a half of football.
Oh. Jendi Quaylo's running the ball well.
Maybe some of your teams back in the day, Larry, when you guys would run one play and go 80 yards for a touchdown.
We had one game where we played, and I don't want to mention against a team, but we ran 10 plays. 9 of the 10 were touchdowns.
Either Keystone or West Shamokin.
No.
That ball will be taken at the 26-yard line by Jackson Moss, and he'll get out of bounds at around the 40-yard line.
Actually, it was Monotol.
Oh, jeez.
Monotol.
So they're going to put the ball in play a little short of the 40. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So that's where Coudersport will take over at its own 38 with 2:29 to play. And if they don't want a running clock in the second half, they're going to have to score a touchdown in this final 2:29. Brown just 1 of 10 passing for 11 yards.
Again, he's a converted running back, and the unfortunate injury.
He's going to hold on to that one, and he'll get tripped up at around the line of scrimmage.
It's a low snap. I don't know if it was a design run to begin with, or he just decided to take off with it because it was a low snap.
get a yard on the play out to the 39. But you know what? Give Brockway all the credit in the world here. You know, they were coming off of a big win, 72-16 against them the first time around. It had been easy to look past this game, and Jake Heigl didn't allow his team to do that. And they're in complete control here against this Coudersport Falcon football team. Is right back to throw. He's going to throw it, and it goes right through Moss's hands. Moss took a nice shot right as he was about to catch the ball.
Some of these passes are just, right there. Almost, they're so close to just being caught.
We were bound for one of these games, Larry. I mean, our only other game that wasn't close was Red Bank Union AC this year. We've had a lot of really exciting football games that came down to the wire. Unfortunately, I don't think this one is tonight.
No. I will give you credit for being the groundhog of Western Pennsylvania. What great weather we've had this year.
There's a ball that's picked off by Gugliani. Of course, I've got to try to pronounce his name on the interception. He just stepped right in front of it at the 45-yard line.
It's a Tanner Quadleone.
Quadleone. Thank you, Larry. See,
Tanner
I
Quadleone.
got my own problems.
I guess that took away the holding tackle play earlier.
Absolutely. So he returns it to the 39-yard line. Apologize to the young man for messing his name up.
We got 1:48 remaining in this half, and this has been all Brockway with the exception of a kickoff return.
Out of the gun is Fox. Fox wants to go deep. Fox is looking there, making a nice adjustment on it. Is Carter Hickman. He's out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
That's the back out of the backfield. The receivers clear the passage for him, and the back goes down the sidelines. That's a great play. I mean, the Steelers ran that way back in 1982. They put their backup quarterback.
Surprised they're running the clock. He went out of bounds. I realize it's a blowout game, but it was still out of bounds, and it's still the first half.
Yeah,
clock should have stopped. There goes Fox. He's under pressure. Oh, he gets rid of it and almost catching it. Is that
it's in his hands?
Is that Coelho over there, or was that?
That
was actually Hannah over there. Had a chance. Dylan. Good job by Fox, who was under intense pressure to find his man and just threw Hannah's hands.
This is one of the things that, I like the Brockway lineman pointing to the guys that are going to block here, and I anticipate more pressure coming on it.
Out of the gun again.
Here comes a corner blitz.
Fox feels it. Fox runs. Fox got room. He's at the 15-10. Out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, just shy of the 10. As they enter the Pizza Hut red zone once again. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. PizzaHut.com.
That was Dylan Howard on a safety blitz. I called it a corner, but he was actually safety there. Come up at the last moment and almost made the sack.
It'll be a first down and 10 at the 11 as they enter the Pizza Hut red zone. Pizza Hut, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Brookville, Clarion, Grove City, Phillipsburg. All along the I-80 corridor. Pizza Hut. PizzaHut.com. Again, I had a great pizza there the other day for lunch. Back to throw is Fox. He's got a man, and he's got another touchdown. That is Dylan Hannah for another one for the Rovers. They now lead 54-6.
On that play right there, Carlson really sets that touchdown up for Hannah. He came across from the left side here. He ran a shallow route, which pulled up the linebackers in that case. And then Hannah comes across the middle.
They were flashing the lights, and now the lights are off.
What? Oh, that was up at Ridgeway where they had problems, or Johnsonburg's field, wasn't it?
Look at what Steve Buttery's done here. Steve, what'd you do?
We got to find an electrician here now.
Steve.
Hey, while we're setting up with this, I want to talk about some Coudersport people that I knew quite. George White was our superintendent.
There they go. They got him working again. They had to get Rick Clark over there to help out Steve Buttery. No, I'm just kidding, Steve. Steve doing a wonderful job with our camera tonight, but they also recruited him to do the lights and must have misplayed it. Here's Wilcox, and that kick gets through.
Wow. I don't know how it got out.
I don't know how it got through, but hey, when it's your night, it's your night.
There were two guys that come in and looked like they were going to have a picnic lunch over them.
55-6 with 1:17 to play here in the first half. It is all Brockway. Larry, do you have some good stories that we can tell in the second half?
Well, I'm going to try. I mean, I do want to talk about Daddy's. I went up last week and I got wings, and I got the best chili I have ever eaten. Now, I hope my wife's not listening to this broadcast because she makes her own chili. But my God, I'll tell you what, Dana's chili is just die for. The wings were pretty good. Don't get me wrong.
They had a ribeye today, Larry. I didn't get it, but the guy I was eating lunch with did. It fit the entire plate of food. It was unbelievable. This is Daddy's in Main Street in Clarion, folks. I know from County that's a little bit of a drive, but hey, if you get down there for basketball this year or something, stop by. Folks, Brockway, it's worth the 45-minute drive. No lie. It really is.
And a shout out, the college wrestling team should have a pretty good team this year. Some good matches for you wrestling lovers.
Here's the kickoff. It'll be taken by Ott at the 17. He cuts it over the 35. Late flag comes in as he gets to the 39-yard line.
They're a good run by Mr. Ott. Yeah, I was talking a little bit earlier. My offensive coordinator one time and superintendent, George White, became my boss. I was his boss, became my boss, was from Coudersport, played football up there. Along with another offensive coordinator for Ray Austin I coached with was Mike Shirey. And then his brother Tom was our principal at Clarion. So those are all great Coudersport people I've met over the years. And we were talking about Paul. I worked with Paul up at Jimmy Kelly's camp. Jimmy was nice inviting the some of the District 9 coaches to work his camp up in Olean.
1:10 to play here. Wright back to throw. Wright's going to run it now. Wright's got some room. He'll go out of bounds. And yeah, that's a late hit. Yep. Yeah, that was a late hit. The crowd doesn't like it, but they got the guy for hitting him out of bounds at the 32-yard line after he went out of bounds. They're gonna be a little tighter with that call right now, Larry. I think because of the score.
Yes. And this is one of the big jobs that the officials are going to have to do with the game where it's at right now, because some of this, you don't want to see anything get out of hand. Something happened where a player gets ejected and not able to continue to play in the playoffs. And it's one of the things I would be talking to my players about right now. Keep your heads, watch your language.
Wright looking to throw. Wright's going to tuck it now, and he's going to be sacked on the play. That, I do believe, is number 61, Carter, and you're going to have to do the last name, Larry.
Carter.
Number 61.
Okay, number 61. That's Carter Quadleone. Quadleone. I double-checked about 3 times before the game tonight. I think the last time we did the game against Keystone.
Sacked him at the 46-yard line, so it'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
Yeah. Okay,
and it's timeout called by Brock. But we're going to take this one, Larry. We'll be back after this message.
The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport, or give us a call at 814-274-4277. The Brockway Rover football boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers.
So back here after that timeout, it'll be second down and 11 for the Falcons. Back to throw is Right. He's going to run it, and he's going to get tripped up. I think he's going to be just shy of the first down. So they're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line of Brockway. And now we get a timeout called by Coudersport on a 3rd down and 1 with 19.2 seconds to go. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here on the YDL Sports Network.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back here at Verichetti Field, after the timeout, there's a little swing pass to Xavier Brown that's incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 1 with 15 seconds to play here in the first half. All Brockway, 55-6, 35 in the first quarter, 20 in the second quarter.
If you're looking at the video right now, you've got Brockway's in a prevent defense right now. They're all deep.
Right looks to throw. Right's going to go deep. Turning and picking the ball off is Alex Carlson at the 16-yard line. Another interception for the Rovers. That's their 3rd of the game.
And as I stated there, you saw them back in the prevent. He was probably dropped off about 15 yards. And, Mr. Wright did the best job he could trying to get the ball out there. And an interception for Brockway. Everything's going right for them tonight. So we got 6.8 seconds. I would suspect that they're going to take a knee here. And they can't tell the officials that, so there's no real contact between the two teams.
Yeah, they're in that kneel down formation, and that is exactly what they're going to do. So we'll go to the half. Brockway well on its way to playing Red Bank Valley next week. The Rovers 55, Coudersport 6. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network. We'll be back after these messages.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
The Brockway Rover football boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers!
Swift Kennedy & Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy & Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy & Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here at Verichetti Field at the half. All Brockway 55-6. The Rovers lead. It's time for our Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp halftime show. The Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. This is the 20th year of the camp that'll be held June 19th through the 23rd in Port Allegheny, PA. Check them out online at teambruno.com. Like them on Facebook. Larry, did you ever heard of the Team Bruno camp?
No, I didn't. I've heard of it, yes, obviously.
I'll tell you what, Isaac Greeley and Sean Lathrop, they do a great job. They've got a pipeline of Penn State wrestlers and former wrestlers that come in and all kinds of stuff. They're just doing a great job with that. Again, June 19th to the 23rd of 2023. Check it out online at teambruno.com. Let's take a look at our Brooks U.R. Ledbetter Sports Person of the Year statistics. The Brooks U.R. Ledbetter Sports Person of the Year Award. An accompanying scholarship is awarded to an athlete or athletes who completed at least one full season in either District 9 or District 10 and who display qualities of being a good person, a leader, community-minded, and wanting to make a difference. Find out more at yourdailylocal.com/BHL Award. Congrats to Selena Buttery of Brockway on being the 2021-2022 winner of that award for a variety of things, including her Project Grace, which she still is running from Chaminade University in Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's take a look at those statistics. The statistics pretty much tell the story of tonight. Brockway, 20 first downs to 2. The Rovers, 406 first half yards. Coudersport has 46 first half yards, 148 on the ground, 258 through the air for the Rovers, 35 on the ground, 11 through the air for Coudersport. And the stat that is, to me, still the most incredible, third downs. Brockway did not have one third down conversion that they needed to try in the entire first half. Coudersport was 0 for 8 on third downs, 1 for 3 on fourth downs. Individual stats for Brockway. Braden Fox, 14 of 18, 258 yards. He threw an interception. He also threw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdown passes in the first half alone. So Dylan Hanna had 4 catches for 88 yards. He caught 3 of those touchdowns. Matty Brubaker has a pair of touchdown catches, 3 catches for 92 yards. Alex Carlson caught a touchdown. He has 3 for 43. Andrew Brubaker, actually Carlson does not have a touchdown. My bad. He does have a touchdown, but not as a catch. Andrew Brubaker has 3 for 18. Carter Hickman, 1 for 17. Rushing, Jendi Coelho, 11 carries, 105 yards and a touchdown. Carter Hickman, 4 for 24. Braden Fox, 1 for 11. Matty Brubaker, 1 for 6. For Coudersport, Dylan Howard, 1 carry, 24 yards. That was the fake punt. That accounts for 24 of their 46 yards of offense. After that, Xavier Brown, 2 carries for 3 yards. Wright is 1 of 14 passing for 11 yards with 3 interceptions. The 1 completion went to Jackson Moss. He has 1 catch for 11 yards. Those are your Swift Kennedy & Company halftime statistics. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
The Brockway Rover football boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers!
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport, or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup.
School football on the YDL Sports Network. Swift Kennedy and Company, the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network, D9 and D9and10sports.com. Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency. Our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service, and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921. It's now time for our Brockway football boosters scoreboard. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. The Brockway football boosters want to wish the Rovers good luck in the postseason. In the other Class 1A game, in the third quarter, Keystone leads Union AC Valley 28-7. Winner of that game will play Port Allegheny next week. In the Class 2A semifinals, Brookville in the third quarter over Karn City 21-7. Raiders trying for a matchup with Central Clarion in the championship game next week. In Class 3A in District 9, third quarter, tight one at Mansell Stadium in DuBois, Punxsutawney 7, St. Mary's 6. Winner gets Clearfield in next week's championship game. Over in District 10, top-seeded Grove City in 3A leads Fairview 21-7 at the half. 7th seed Hickory trying to pull what would be a mild upset over second-seeded General McLean, 14-7 Hickory at the half. Slippery Rock all over third-seeded Oil City, 34-20 at halftime. Sharon 14, Fort LaBeouf 10 at the half. In the 4A championship game, Meadville well on its way to a title. They lead Corey 42-14. And in the 6A championship game, it is McDowell 35, Butler 7 at the half. Butler didn't even know if it was going to be allowed to play until yesterday. Really an unbelievable situation there where, a couple years ago, that football program was in dire straits. Eric Christie coaching it, Clarion University graduate, coached a little bit at CL2. Eric, they decided that they needed to get out away from those 6A schools in the WPIL, that if they didn't, it was pretty much going to be the end of Butler football. So they got into District 10. The WPL said, that's okay. We understand. You can go and play in District 10. District 10 welcomed them with open arms. The WPIL said, hey, we're okay with you playing in the District 10 playoffs. District 10 said, hey, we'd love to have you in our playoffs. Everything went well. They played in the playoffs last year. Nobody had any issues with it. Then this year comes around. And the WPI all of a sudden said, we don't want you playing in the playoffs. We're going to forbid you from playing in the playoffs. They won't say it, Larry, but I think part of the reason is they only had 5, 6, 8 teams in the Whitfield this year and felt like they wanted a 6 team so everybody can make the playoffs. Butler appealed to the PIAA. The PIAA sided with the WPIL and said, you can't play in the District 10 playoffs. Butler sued. Last week, finally, after months of it sitting there, a judge in Butler County ruled in favor of the Tornadoes and said, you can go and play in the District 10 playoffs. Then the PIAA decided that it was going to appeal that ruling. And they appealed the ruling, and there was a hearing held in Harrisburg yesterday. And basically the PIAA's argument was that, well, if we let them play there, anybody could just choose where they wanted to play. But as you can hear the story, that's not what happened here. Well, the judge felt the same way, and the judge said no to the PIAA, so Butler got to play tonight. It's really kind of unbelievable to me that an organization that claims that it's for the kids would have taken something to court the day before a football game was to be played to prevent a team from playing in a playoff game, Larry. It's hard to fathom.
I don't know how Eric did it. To get his team ready to play in the game.
Well, they practiced all week, but I mean, they practiced with this holding over their heads. And like, how can an organization that says it's for the kids do something like that? It's hard to fathom. It really is. And, you know, I don't think it would be the local district in here. I think the District 9 committee would have definitely not have challenged something like that. I don't think the District 10 committee would have. They seemed very appreciative of having Butler there. This is the WPIL and the PIAA in this case. And it's really sad that they felt the need to do that. And kudos to both judges for standing up for the kids. I had Larry's mic off there, so anyhow, Larry.
Mine's off.
Yeah, now it's on.
Okay.
Now you're good. But as Larry was saying, like it's hard to imagine how Butler could even get its football team ready for tonight, but they did, and you know, and that game's kind of going the way you expected that game to go. You know, McDowell's the better team, and that was, I think, the other part of all of like holding out on challenging that. Like, why would you challenge it knowing that it was really a one-game situation too? But it is what it is. Hey, let's take a look at our keys to the second half, brought to you by the Rehab Center with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. I'm not sure there's a whole lot of keys to the second half of your Brockway, Larry, other than staying healthy.
I agree. I think what you've got to talk about is, I mean, I would put 0-0 up on the board, but the bottom line is you want to keep your guys, you know, up to a point where they're going to play hard. You know, whether there's some point here, I'm going to assume that Coach Heigl is going to pull out some of his starters here and work some of his backups here in this game, and you know, to keep his team. And I think we talked about, you know, if you start getting those dialogues going back and forth between the teams, you know, you can be ejected, and of course that would cost you in the next playoff game where you wouldn't be able to play. So those are things I want to caution against happening. But come out and play like it's 0-0. I mean, that's the best mental approach you can take to this game, to stay healthy and continue on playing as well as they've done tonight.
You know, you've had the unfortunate situation. I think of a game up in Smethport where you were down big at the half in a playoff game. What's your message if you were the Coudersport coaching staff?
Well, I mean, I would try to take almost somewhat similar approach. I think we got to block it out. Let's go out here and have fun this half. I said, you guys have worked hard all season. You've worked to a point where your record 6-3, you've gotten yourself here. Let's go out and try to do our best job. I think they're looking at the same thing. You want to keep your kids healthy. You want them playing as hard as they can.
So those are your keys to the second half, brought to you by the Rehab Center in Clarion, Brookville, Katanning, 8 total locations, therehabcenters.com. And about a minute and 40 seconds. We will have a running clock here in the second half as the PIAA Mercy Rule will be in effect the whole half. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how each team decides to handle that the half. And It'll be just like I said, it'll be interesting. And we're going to step aside here, take another commercial break before the second half starts. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, powered by Swift Kennedy and Company.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here at Verichetti Field as we prepare for the second half. Third quarter will be brought to you by Framorelli Sales and Service. For a great used car, go to Framorelli Sales and Service in Brockway. Check out their inventory on their lot or at framorelli.com. While you're at it, stop next door for a great tasting meal at Morelli's Family Restaurant in Brockway. That's Framorelli Sales and Service and Morelli's Family Restaurant on 219 just south of town. Speaking of good food, Larry, we were talking about Daddy's in Clarion. Morelli Family Restaurant, great breakfast there. Fantastic salads, great lunches. They do a great job there. And Darren Morelli, very active with the Brockway sports community, the head volleyball coach here at Brockway High School. Just a fantastic human being, and had a chance to meet his dad at ALF in Clarion. He had a Morelli bus lines hat on, and just had a wonderful conversation with Fran Morelli, and just great overall. And we're ready to start this second half now.
I want to add what you were saying. You were asking me about what I'd be saying to these Coudersport. You know, they have a lot of kids back next year. This is a great experience for them, and hopefully motivation for them to get started.
He caught that ball as he was standing out of bounds. That should have been a penalty flag. But they're going to just say he's out of bounds. But I thought he caught the ball as he stood out of bounds.
But his foot was real.
If his foot was standing out of bounds, that's an out of bounds kick. But they're going to say that he must have caught it after, or stepped out of bounds after he caught it out of bounds. And so the Coudersport will take over at its own 25-yard line.
Okay, here's like I was talking there. John Wright, the quarterback, he's a junior. And, Ayers should be back next year, hopefully, from his injuries. He's a junior.
We're going to hand it here to Ott. Ott is going to get tackled there by Tanner. What's Tanner? How do you pronounce Tanner's last name?
Tanner Quadleone.
That's
number 52. He's had a good game on both sides of football, hasn't he? And of course, I got to make sure I did this for Steve's sake, Mr. Aiden Greeneisen.
So they're going to pitch it here to Ott. Yeah. Ott is going to get over the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and short here for the Falcons.
He's getting up a little slow. Hope he's okay.
Going to mark it at the 33-yard line, so that'll bring up a third down and two. It's a Luke's Plumbing and Air Conditioning third down.
Chris, Mr. Ott, who rushed for over 800 yards, Ethan's only a sophomore. I mean, he's 5'8", 140 pounds. He's been a good running back for them this year.
Under center, goes right in the I formation. He's going to hand it to his fullback and trying to move the POW.
I'm going to guess that was Xander Brown.
Actually, it was 26. Owen Dashlander. He'll be just short of the first down at the 34, and they're going to punt the ball away. Yeah. That's interesting, actually. Down, 4th and 1, down 55 to 6. Yeah. I've been tempted to go for it there. Think I could get a yard.
It might end up.
Gets a nice kick away, though. It's going to hit at the 30, and it'll kind of die and take a Brockway roll to the 31-yard line.
We got a flag here for something. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Something that happened behind the play, and this is what I was talking about. Both coaching staff needed to talk to their players. Let's not get into
Well, now you got to wonder: is it post kick? Is it pre kick?
I'm going to guess it's after the play.
It's a dead ball. Yeah, it's a dead ball. Personal foul on Brockway.
Brockway, and this is the last thing you need, and especially something that would get you injected.
So that's going to move them all the way back to, it should be the 16-yard line.
So I make a strong recommendation, whoever it was, find out from the official and bring them across there and have a discussion. Hey, look at the score here now. Come on. Somebody says that your mother wore combat boots. Don't get upset about it.
So 9:41 to play here in the third quarter. Brockway will take over at its own 16-yard line now after the penalty. Braden Fox is still in at quarterback. He's going to hand it to Alex Carlson, and he's got all kinds of room. He's at the 40, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Brockway. Alex Carlson, 84 yards, no flags. It's a Daddy's in Clarion touchdown. 84 yards for Alex Carlson. It looked like he might be caught at the 45. He found an extra burst. He goes all the way for the Rover touchdown.
There's a young man that's had such a great year for Brockway. As they said, he's like the third leading receiver in the state of Pennsylvania. That was a rush that time. And, tonight, some of his counterparts, teammates have, which will help him as they continue on in the playoffs. With Brockway's offense seems to get more and more diversified every time we've seen him here.
I'm just going to double check and make sure that was a I'm pretty sure it was a
I don't think it was a shuffle pass.
I don't think so either, Larry. I'm fairly certain.
I thought it was a handoff.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it was a handoff. As I watch him coming in motion here. Yeah, that's a handoff. That's definitely a handoff. Yeah. Let's look over at Jeff Uvino from the. Did you think that was a handoff, Jeff? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Jeff, how do you pronounce your last name? Uvino. See, we're having a terrible
time. From the Bradford era.
From the Bradford era. Jeff, a great guy. I don't know if you've had it. I'm sure people up in Coudersport's had an opportunity to read his stuff, but really good writer Jeff is for the Bradford era. Couple years there now, Jeff, right?
This is my second season.
Second season doing some stuff. He was all over the place. He was in Kane like I was last night for the Oswego Valley Volleyball Championship. Congratulations to the Green Wave on winning their first ever District 9 volleyball title here in Brockway tonight. As Wilcox ready to kick off here again. Going to kick it short. That's headed out of bounds. And thought for a second there it was going to just stick and not go out, but it does at the 29-yard line.
Well, Brockway electing not to kick to Mr. Ott here.
I assume they're going to take the spot here, and they are going to take the spot at the 35-yard line. So Coudersport at the own 35 will take over. Now down 62-6. Got to catch up on the scoreboard on the 9:15 to play. So they're going to come out of the I formation again. They're going to hand it to, is that Ott or Brown?
Yeah, he probably,
It was Ott, I think.
It's Ott. I haven't seen Xander Brown. I'm looking for 34. I don't know if he's hurt.
So get out to the 39-yard line. They pick up a 4 on the play for Ott. Second down and 6. Clock rolls here in the Framorelli third quarter to under 9 minutes to play. This is high school football on the YDL Sports Network, powered by Swift Kennedy and Company tonight. Another handoff to Ott. Breaks a tackle, is going to get over the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
It's to the what I would call the split side. Their line, they're going to have their guard tackle will block down, and the fullback will kick out on the end. He fullback did a good job blocking that end. He picked up a few yards, and again, Mr. Tanner Quadleone did a nice job filling the hole.
So that'll bring up a third down and 3 for Coudersport. Again, they're going to go in the I formation. They're going to throw it out of it this time. Now Brown rolls. He wants to run, and he's going to be tackled from behind.
This is
Carter Hickman.
Yeah, Carter Hickman come off the corner on a corner safety blitz, and
back at the 37-yard line. Yeah, so that'll be a sack for Hickman, and it'll be another Carronot Trails End Realty punting situation for Dylan Howard. Howard thinks about running it now. He's going to kick it, calling them for the fair catch, and making the fair catch is Matt Pine at about the 30-yard line of Brockway. Well, that punt goes
one of the better punts tonight.
In the air, it travels 33 yards, and that's where Brockway will take over with 7:06 to play here in the Framarelli Sales and Service third quarter.
And Chris, we were talking about some of these coaches. This is District 9 football. And District 9 football, I've had a chance with over 50 years coaching in it. Some of the legendary coach, Andy Ivanko from Kerwinsville, Terry Henry from East Brady, Clyde Connie from Clarion Limestone, Rich Fadunas. I learned a lot coaching against him when I was a young coach, D coordinator. Carl DeFilippi from Smithport. I got a chance to coach against him, legendary Smithport coach. Then Dave Moore from Red Bank. And later on, I think I'll share a story with you that one of the first times Dave and I both coached junior high.
So Brockway's going to pull out its starters here, and the crowd gives them a nice round of applause.
Yes.
So Brockway calls the timeout with 6:41 to play here in the third quarter, taking their starters out. And now the Rovers will have.
I'm going to give a shout out again to this offensive line for Brockway, Chris. Reese Yonner, Devin Suplex. You help me out here. John Verichetti, center, Carter Quadleone, and Aiden Greeneisen.
So it looks like I'm trying to determine whether it's 12 Thompson or 5 Brubaker. It looks like Brubaker is going to be the quarterback, and Thompson will be the running back there.
And by the way, we found out earlier Andrew Brubaker and Maddie Brubaker, 21, are twins. The Brockway team.
So Andrew Brubaker will hand it off to Thomas, and Landon Thompson will lose a yard, I do believe, as they're going to mark him down at the 29-yard line. As the clock rolls to 6:15 here to play in the third quarter.
We're talking about the twins there, Andrew and Maddie. I mean, I got an opportunity my senior year to play with my younger brother, Steve, who's a very successful defensive coordinator at Lacombe
Brubaker, he's going to throw that ball to Isaac Crawford, and Crawford is in the open. Crawford across midfield, finally taken down by Xander Brown.
Here we go.
And there's a late flag. I wonder if they're going to get that on for somebody saying something, or are they going to get it for the tackle?
There was a shove. I think that's what it's going to be happened there.
So that was,
unfortunately.
That was Brubaker to Crawford. And Crawford goes to the 38-yard line, and then there's a flag. And
unless something was said, I think it's going to be against Coudersport. That precipitated it.
So not the county 38. Now we're waiting. There's a player that was hurt behind the play. That was Vitor Conyer. Looks like he might have gotten poked in the eye. Now let's see what the flag is here. We're waiting for the officials to make a call. We haven't actually seen a call, but it's
It's
definitely
against
going against Coudersport. It's going to be a
Right.
personal foul
Yeah.
against the Falcons.
I don't want to say young man's name. I mean, he just again something out of frustration. He shoved him, an official sin right there, and you can't. That's where you're going to get that 15 yards.
So it'll move the ball all the way to the 23-yard line of Coudersport, where it's first down and 10 for the Rovers.
Personally, I'd like to see the young man pulled out and talked to at this point, but
they're going to hand the ball to Thompson, and he's going to lose yardage again
Right.
on the play.
now that's something I like right there. I've got number 76 for Coudersport, picked up the young runner from Brockway.
Lose 3
I'm
on
going to get that's David Barshinger. I hope I pronounced your name right, David, but I'm going to give you a great shout out for your sportsmanship there.
loses 3 on the play.
Here comes a blitz.
Brubaker rolls. Brubaker's going to throw, and he's going to throw it short
Yeah.
over there. Clock
And
will continue to run with the mercy rule here, so
That's just a tough throw to come across the body. I mean, what you want your quarterback to get his shoulder line of scrimmage. I mean, that's throwing that kind of sidearm is not high accuracy throws.
so third down and 13 now for Brockway. Brubaker out of the gun.
Look for a
Thompson.
screen here if they're gonna give him the full offense. They're coming with a blitz.
Brubaker's going to keep it himself, and he's going to gain maybe a yard. I don't even know if he's going to get that
Right.
at the end of the day. It looked like it was going to open up at first and then closed up a little bit. Yeah, we're going to say that's just back to the line of scrimmage at the 26, and that'll bring up a fourth down and a bunch. It's 4th and 13 in no man's land. Not going to kick a field goal, not going to punt. So they're just going to have to go for it here. Now we're going to get a timeout call by Brockway with 3:45 to play here in the third quarter. We'll step aside. Watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, powered by Swift Kennedy and Company. It's the Framorelli Sales and Service third quarter.
Framorelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Framorelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
Here, as we go for fourth down, taking a look at those District 9 scores. Still Punksy 7, St. Mary's 6 in the fourth quarter. Brookville still leads Karn City 21-7. Brockway 62-6, as you know. Keystone 28-7 over Union AC in the fourth quarter. Out of the gun is Brubaker. He's going to fake the handoff. Now he's under trouble. He's going to be sacked. Sacking him is David Barshinger.
Yeah, like four people there. You've got some young linemen in there now. We were talking earlier about some stories, Chris, and I wanted to tell the story about our Hall of Fame coach Dave Moore from Red Bank. We had a real close game with Dave. In fact, it went into 4 overs, and they beat us. We were lucky to come back in the playoffs. I want to say that. But the players come up at the end of the game, and they all kept saying to me, "Thank you, Coach, for the cake. Thank you, Coach, for the cake." And apparently Dave at halftime said that I gifted the Red Bank team with a cake and kind of smashed it up against the wall to get his team all fired up for that second half against us.
And we're going to get another timeout called by Brockway. That'll be their final timeout with 3:26 to go. I like to call those Larry Weiser timeouts.
Well, I think they're changing personnel and defense, moving some different people in there.
Yeah, I don't think they had exactly where everybody was supposed to be, but they're going to have to figure that out now on their own because they're now out of timeouts. So the Rovers are out of timeouts with 3:26 to play here in the third quarter. Want to, again, thank Karen Ott, Trails End Realty. Never Hunt on buying or selling a house and use Karen Ott Trails End Realty, specializing in single-family residence and income properties in the North Tier corridor. Also by E&G Auto Plus. You will never be penalized when you go to E&G Auto Plus in Coudersport, where they have used vehicles, a great service center, and plain and simply the best deal on batteries anywhere. E&G Auto Plus, serving Coudersport's automotive needs since 1996. ENGAutoplusinc.com. So we're going to get the clock running again here as handoff goes to, I think that's Ott again, and Ott will be up over the 40-yard line to the 42.
He hits a hole quick. I like the way this kid runs the ball, Chris.
Second down and 7 now.
We got about 2:56 now remaining in the third quarter.
Out of the gun. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Under center again is right.
Yeah, they're what I call pro formation. Flanker right, split left.
Hand off to Douchlander, the fullback. He'll go straight up the middle, hits the hole hard, and he'll be stacked up at about the 45-yard line. We're going to pick up a 3 on the play. I'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Brockway at least has had 1 3rd down now in this game after none in the first half, Larry. 3rd down conversions, 0 for 10 now is Coudersport.
Wow.
So Cowdy 0 for 10 on 3rd downs. They're looking to pick up their first one here. Under center is right. He's going to hand it to Ott, and Ott is, I do believe, going to get that first down.
You should get it. Yes, I think
at the 49-yard line. So Ethan Ott will pick up the first 3rd down conversion of the night for the Falcons at the 49-yard line. Their own 49, as the clock is now at under 1:40 to play here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Framarelli Sales and Service. Still in the I formation. Hand off to Douchlander. This time he's going nowhere. Met by John Verichetti at the line of scrimmage. In fact, yeah, they're going to give him a yard, I guess, out to the 50. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Shout out to Coach Fox's hunting buddies up there.
Think they're still watching.
Keep the food. Point? I would hope.
Was Wyoming, Wisconsin?
Who would not want to listen to you all night, Chris?
I'm not sure I want to listen to you all night. I appreciate everybody sticking with us here. Here's Wright with it. Wright running to his left, and Wright will be pushed out of bounds at about midfield. We'll see where the official mark comes in. They're going to officially mark him right out of bounds at midfield, I do believe. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, as I was talking earlier about Dave using the cake, different coaches over the years have used different motivational things to get their teams warmed up before a game.
What was your best motivation?
I wasn't one of those. We kind of talk.
Well, Larry, you know what? We'll pick that up in the fourth quarter as the quarter comes to an end. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails End Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in North Central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport, or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
Back here at Verichetti Field, getting ready for the Brockway Football Boosters fourth quarter on Swift Kennedy and Company High School Football on the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com. The Brockway Football Boosters want to congratulate the Rovers on a great regular season and want to wish them good luck in the playoffs. Tonight's game also being brought to you by Oil Country Crates. Your products are protection. Custom-made crates for shipping can be on oilcountrycrates.com. So at midfield on third down and 9 in the I formation, again come the Falcons. And there's movement.
Guard moved.
It's going to be an E&G Auto plus false start penalty on Coudersport. Moving back to their own 45-yard line. The clock moving here under the PIAA mercy rule. Hand off to Ott. Ott's got some room. He's over the 50 and is drug out of bounds over there by Colton Ross at about the 48-yard line of Brockway. 47-yard line of the Rovers, it looks like. Bring up a fourth down.
Mr. Ethan Ott in that play. Quick hitter there. Picked up about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
So it'll be fourth down and 6 for the Falcons as Ott goes off the field. Are they punting here, maybe? No, they're gonna go with Vigo Brown as the tailback here.
Look for a toss.
There's a toss to Vigo Brown, and Vigo Brown's got the first down and more. He's at the 30, and he's tripped up. Touchdown saving tackle over there by Matt Pine. But Vigo Brown has the first down for Coudersport at about the 27-yard line of the Rovers.
Well said. I mean, he got that ankle tackle on that play.
So pickup of 20.
Similar to Ben Roethlisberger's famous tackle.
Second longest run of the day for Coudersport. Only the fake punt went longer. There's a pitch to Vigo Brown again, and I think that was Vigo that finds his way for a few more yards up to about the 24-yard line.
You know, one old football coach used to say, if it works, keep doing it. So I'm anticipating they may come back to a pitch again.
Was that something you'd seen on film, Larry, that they pitch out of that formation? Or
they've pitched out of pro formation. They run the ISO series. They've been doing this at Coudersport since Paul was coaching up there.
Now back in at tailback is Ott. He'll get the carry. He's got himself a hole. He's got a first down and more inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line as the Falcons enter the Pizza Hut red zone. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut, pizzahut.com.
That's a quick side off tackle play where the use of fullback, almost an isolation block. The line blocks down, the fullback kicks out, and the tailback, in this case, hit the hole well.
Mark it at the they mark it at 12 or 13.
Yeah, it's the I formation.
12-yard line.
I would call it again. It's a pro.
They're going to give it to Ashlander, and he fights his way inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line, maybe the 8.
Fullback, just a quick fullback dive.
They're going to mark him down at the 9. So pick up a 3 on the play.
Yeah, he picked up good yardage. You're just hoping a quick hitter there because there's one guy you can't block. So you got to hope you have a back that's going to run over that guy because there's too many people.
Coudersport now up over 100 yards rushing on the night.
They got a little offset with a fullback here. Looks like could be the pitcher coming down with that wing. There it comes.
It is pitched to Ott, and this time Brockway is there. That is number 18, Rayton Kraft, maybe?
I know I said this earlier. I don't like it when they do that. You bring the corner down right to the play, plus you risk that crackback block, which is going to, a lot of times teams get penalized. Karn City would do this. In fact, we basically told our kid to come across, turn your back, so it is a clip.
Brookville now leading Karn City 24-7 in the fourth quarter. And reverse it now.
Yeah.
That is Dylan Howard.
Yep,
And all over that play was big number 65, Jacob Hoover. He said, no, sir.
Yep, that's Mr. Jacob Hoover is going to go home tonight, that young sophomore. Good size sophomore, 6'2", 180 pounds.
Loss of 9 on the play. That'll bring up a 4th down and 16. They can get a first down at the 2, but Jacob Hoover not fooled at all by that reverse play to Dylan Howard. So got to figure this got to be a throw. Brockway shows blitz.
Oh, unfortunately.
And we've got
offside.
A false start.
Yeah. One of the things you want to teach those outside receivers, Chris, is they don't go on sound. They look at the ball. They get a chance to look in and look at the ball. And when that ball moves, then that's when they go. They should never go off sides.
So that'll move them back to the 23-yard line now. And now it's 4th down and 21. Wright under center. Wright looks to throw. Wright's going to throw it up, and it is tipped and broken up. That was number 7, Gage Park, coming in, and now Park is down. And we're going to step aside here real quick, Larry.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. The Brockway Rover football boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers! The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
The Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. The 2023 camp will be the 20th year for the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, and we'll have a star-studded lineup of clinicians. The camp will once again be held in Port Allegany, Pennsylvania from June 19th through the 23rd, 2023. Check us out online at teambruno.com and like us on Facebook. Hope to see you there at the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp in Port Allegany, PA.
Back here at Verichetti Field as they help Gage Park off the field. Nice to see the young man walking off under his own power here as Brockway takes over the football at their own 23-yard line with 6:43 left here in the fourth quarter. This is Swift Kennedy and Company High School football on the YDL Sports Network. We will have Port Allegany versus Keystone next week in the District 9 semifinals.
And they're coming with Mr. Wright. They got a blitz. And
Brubaker throwing it up for Matt Pine and just out of the reach of the speedy Pine.
Mr. Pine, I'm going to give you a little coaching bit here. Don't run with your arms out. You're going to be slower. I don't know of any sprinter that ever ran down the field with his arms out.
Oh, he is the center fielder for the state championship.
Is he?
DCC
Well, I'm
baseball
going to
team.
guess
And
he
so,
didn't-
in baseball, you kind of do have to sometimes run with your arms out like that. So it's like he was trying to catch a ball out there. That's all. Great baseball player. Great center fielder for the Cardinals too. Brockway and Brockway has a co-op there with, and then we get a holding
back
call
at
here
trap.
on the carry. There was that was Thompson, but I think this hold is going to bring it all the way back. I think they're going to mark him at least from the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think his trap arms were a little bit outside his shoulder there. But, hey, Chris, I would give you an idea for a book. I was talking about these pre-game antics that coaches have to get their teams ready. You ought to write a book about that. I think you could get some really interesting stories, And I'm not one of those guys that can contribute a real interesting story, but I've heard some really good things that have taken place. The Punksy coach that would feed his team spaghetti, but would forget to give them silverware or plates before a game to get them all fired up. I'm not sure how that worked.
I hope they weren't in their white uniforms when that was happening.
My coach did one where he smoked a victory cigar after every game.
I don't think you could get away with that anymore.
No.
Here's a quick pass to Pine. Pine's got some room out to about the 20-yard line where he's finally met by Cal Dunn.
But we met Bellefonte my senior year. We were going for the big championship. Bellefonte was undefeated. And
where'd you go to high school, Larry?
I went to Baltimore area. We were Western Pennsylvania champs in 1967 and Center County champs. But somebody delivered a white towel. I'm assuming it was Coach Wilson, our coach. He had a white towel that says, "No towel to dry, no matches to light your cigar tonight, a towel to dry your tears tonight."
Put a man in motion here. They're going to fake it to him, and now Brubaker is looks like a busted play. Still looking at
Look at this.
Oh, my goodness, there's a guy wide open. Oh, Rebel Will was wide open. There wasn't a Coudersport player within 30 yards of him, and he dropped the football. Oh, my goodness. How Brubaker saw him. But, I guess it's okay because there's flags on the field now.
Monday night, he's going to crawl under the table when they show the film.
Well, the only thing that's going to make him feel better is it wouldn't have counted.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get an illegal.
That isn't going to bother his teammates. They're going to come after him.
Downfield, maybe.
They're going to come after him.
Yeah,
I would think.
They're going to call illegal man downfield on the Falcons.
Oh, holding. Here.
Oh, they're going to decline the penalties. So they decline the penalties. Bring up a fourth
down. Yep.
So they declined the penalties. There were two of them.
Somebody's going to go back here.
So they're going to send
Mr. 23
Moss back, and who's the punter? Brubaker, and he slipped. Well, that was really weird. He took a while. He got it, and then he slipped, and he still got it off a great punt.
Well, they may want to hire him. I'll tell you what.
As Brubaker's punt is down at the 36-yard line of Coudersport.
Nice kind of like a little rugby kick where you get out to the side and the ball continues to roll. They picked up some good yardage there.
4-11
on that punt.
Play. Yeah, he took an awkward step, too, before he punted the ball. So 4:11 left in this one. Was over in the first quarter when Brockway led 35-6. It was 55-6 at halftime, 62-6 now. They'll start winding the clock again. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll see if Larry can get us an interview up here. Here's a handoff to Ott. Ott around end. Ott still on his feet, and finally Matt Pine drags him down inside Brockway territory at the 46-yard line.
Ran through a couple tackles. What happens a lot when you see some of these second unit guys, when they're at practice, they're going against the first team. They're told not to tackle the starters. And so when they get out here and this is their time on the field here, these guys are what I would call second team, scout team guys. That's a lot of times you just see them doing the arm tackle because they'd probably get screamed at if they did tackle Braden Fox or somebody like that.
So here's Ott again, and now he's going to be met there. That was 79, Jonathan Winnings. What a great sports name.
Yes.
Winnings won that line of scrimmage battle with the 45. Take a look at our scoreboard brought to you by Swift Kennedy. Keystone 35, AC Valley 7 in the fourth quarter. Brookville 24, Karn City 7 in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's 12, Punxsutawney 7. That's a final score. The Dutch come from behind. They will play Clearfield in the District 9 title game next week. Under center, handoff to Douchlander. And what a hit by the Colton Ross, the middle linebacker.
Yes.
Shot through there and made the hit at the 43-yard line. Nice play by Ross.
Absolutely. Hey, Chris, talking about Keystone, they're getting healthy. It could be scary for Port.
It was a close game. You and I did that game the first time around, Larry, and it was Keystone was winning with 6 minutes to play.
I got Mr. Dallas ran well last week, and I'm going to guess if we looked at the box tonight, and Mr. Albright. So that should be an interesting game next week. Are we going to do that game, Chris?
We are doing that game, Larry.
Oh, great.
We are doing that game. Another good job by Ross and the other guy there to meet. That was Odd on the carry was.
Well, I love Colton Ross's tackle. I'll tell you what. Right now, that just sends chills up me. I'm telling you what. I love the way they meet that shoulder hit there.
So as we roll to a minute and 30 seconds to play, it's going to be 4th down and 7 for Coudersport. Again, we'll try to get a Brockway player up here for our post-game interview. We'll send Larry down right at the end of the game when we go to commercial, and hopefully we'll be able to get a rover up here. Here's a pitch to Jackson Moss, and Moss will come anywhere near close to getting the first down, and the ball will go over on downs back to Brockway at their own 46-yard line. And I know Larry's wondering, who do we think we're going to
Well, I had almost 6 touchdown passes when you want to bring up
I think we need to bring Braden Fox up. I think you're right. Yeah.
I mean, I love Dylan Hannon and Mr. Tanner Quadleone. I'm telling you what, and a few other kids. I would say play some great game. Hey, one more suggestion, Chris, for a book. How about player and coaches superstitions before a game? I think that'd be another great one. Now that I could add to, I'll be honest with you. I was one of those people that had to wear certain clothing, certain socks, and I had to go to a game the same way.
Larry, here's how superstitious I am, okay? Everybody's heard of the Sports Illustrated cover jinx, right?
Right. So
when the Pirates got good in 2013, they got put on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I went to my grill out back and I burned it. That's how superstitious I am. I remember at Clarion University, Coach Ryder would wear the same shirt if we were on a winning streak. Coach Al never bought into the superstition, but I always bought into the superstition stuff.
Hey, well, we went up to Port Allegheny and played that game up in the
Brockway's
snow.
going to take a knee here, by the way, and that'll.
We went up played that game up at Bradford against Port Allegheny. I was always the last person, had to be the last person on the bus. Well, for whatever reason, Coach Smith had hid in the bathroom. He ended up being the last person. To this day, I blame Coach Smith for that loss.
I think that Nick Conway, Matt Bodemer had a little bit more to do with that.
I just feel a little bit more comfortable blaming Todd for it.
Todd Smith, now the head coach at Keystone, who we'll see next week as they Panthers are well on their way. If I'm not, that game might have gone final. Let's see. Has that gone final yet? It has. 35-15 final score. There's the final kneel down, and this one goes in the books. It was all Brockway, 62-6. The Rovers with the victory. They will play second seeded and two-time defending champion Brockway next week at a site and time to be announced. Final score, 62-6, Brockway over Coudersport.
I'm going to run down, Chris. I want to thank everybody for their support, and especially the advertisers tonight.
We're going to step aside and thank some of those advertisers here. Once again, final score, 62-6, Brockway over Coudersport. We'll hope to get Braden Fox up here for an interview in a few minutes.
The Brockway Rover football boosters are a proud supporter of Brockway football and want to congratulate the Rovers on a terrific regular season and wish them best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup. Go get 'em, Rovers!
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
The E&G Auto Plus dealership has served the Coudersport area's automotive needs since 1996. We have the best people in the car business to serve your auto needs, and we take pride in the services we provide. To try and sum up everything that we offer is no easy task. Stop in and see us today at 489 U.S. Route 6 in Coudersport, or give us a call at 814-274-4277.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
The Coudersport Falcons are proudly supported by Karen Ott of Trails and Realty. If you're looking for the real MVP for your real estate needs in north central Pennsylvania, give Karen a call today at 814-274-7701 or stop in and see her at 430 East 2nd Street in Coudersport. Karen would like to wish the Falcons best of luck in tonight's playoff matchup.
Back here at Brockway High School, where the Rovers are victorious in this District 9 quarterfinal game, 62-6 over the Coudersport Falcons. It's time to take a look at our final statistics here. We'll start with our scoring summary. It's now time for the Hunter Station Golf Club post-game show. Hunter Station Golf Club wants to thank everyone for a great 2022 season, and they look forward to welcoming you back in 2023. Also, don't forget their restaurant will be open the last week of November for Hunters, and Hunter Station memberships will always make a great Christmas gift. So our All-American Awards and Engraving scoring summary, it was Brockway often and early, 10:03 of quarter number one. Jendi Quelo, 23-yard touchdown run. 8:20, Maddie Brubaker, 59-yard touchdown pass from Braden Fox. 7:13, Alex Carlson, 40-yard interception return. It was 21-0 at that point. Then Brubaker, Maddie Brubaker, a 7-yard touchdown pass from Braden Fox, made it 28-0 at the 2:07 mark. Ethan Ott got Coudersport on the board with an 81-yard kickoff return at 1:55 to make it 28-6. Then Dylan Harris caught a 14-yard touchdown pass from Braden Fox to make it 35-6 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Dylan Hanna, 15-yard touchdown pass from Braden Fox, 41-6. Then Alex Carlson, a 16-yard touchdown pass from Fox, 48-6. Then Hanna again, this time from 11 yards out from Fox, 55-6. And then in the third quarter, Alex Carlson, an 84-yard touchdown run, 62-6, our final score. We'll take a look at our individual statistics now. For the Coudersport Falcons, Ethan Ott, 17 carries, 67 yards. For Brockway, Jendi Quelo, 11 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown. Alex Carlson, 1 carry, 84 yards in the score. Braden Fox, 14 of 18 passing, 258 yards, 6 touchdowns. He did throw an interception. Dylan Hanna, 4 catches, 88 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Maddie Brubaker, 3 for 92 and 2. Alex Carlson, 3 for 43 and 1. John Wright was 1 of 15 passing for 11 yards for Coudersport. We're going to step aside. When we come back, I think we will have a chance to get our post-game interview, and they're on the way up by here. So it sounds like, yes, in fact, they're on their way up right now. So we're going to step aside for a quick break. We'll be back after these messages.
The Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. The 2023 camp will be the 20th year for the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, and we'll have a star-studded lineup of clinicians. The camp will once again be held in Port Allegany, Pennsylvania from June 19th through the 23rd, 2023. Check us out online at teambruno.com and like us on Facebook. Hope to see you there at the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp in Port Allegany, PA.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Hold on a second.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
All right, folks, we're finally here. I think we've got Braden Fox now, our Allegheny Grill and Foxburg player of the game. Steve unplugged our camera on us. We had the wrong headphone for Mr. Braden, but we finally got him. Braden, 14 of 18, 258 yards, 6 touchdowns, but more importantly, a playoff victory. What does this mean to you guys?
This means a lot to our team. It's been a while since we've had a playoff win, so it's really a momentum boost going into next week.
You know, you beat this team 72-16 the first time around, but that's not a guarantee that it's going to happen a second time around. What was Coach Heigl's message to you guys all week?
Just keep doing our thing, you know. Obviously, they've gotten a lot better since the first time we played them, but our game plan was just to go in and keep being ourselves.
You guys score in the opening drive, then you get the touchdown pass to Matty Brubaker. Talk about that made you put you up 14-0, and just how open he was and what you saw in that play.
Matty is a great route runner. You know, all of our receivers are great. You know, I want to give props to my line too. This game, they kept me on my feet, and even my running back Jenny Cuellar, he's a workhorse, and he brings a lot to the table for this team.
And then when Alex returns the interception for a touchdown and it's 21-0, how do you guys just not go, okay, the game's over at this point?
That's just not us. You know, we just want to, keep scoring because that's us.
And then to see some other guys getting involved, Dylan Hanna, you throw 3 touchdown passes to him, and Alex Carlson's get a touchdown pass, and then they hand off. Talk about his run. What did you see on the run that he went 84 yards on?
He's going to hate me for saying this, but he's not the fastest guy on our team, and he knows it too, but that was great.
Did you think he was going to get caught about the 40-yard line out here? Because I sure the heck thought he was getting caught at the 40-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I thought so too.
And when he broke free, it was like, whoa, wait a second. I got to get back into this call, because I was like, I'm calling it, and I'm thinking he's going down, and then all of a sudden I see him break free again. So I kind of had the same reaction there, yeah. Braden. It was a lot of fun to watch that. The offense just in general, you had to feel really good about what you guys did today. Yep. And, talk about next week. The first time you played Red Bank, they kind of had their way with you in the first half, but you guys might have found something in the second half. Do you think that's something you guys can take into the playoff game with them now?
Red Bank's really good, and we're going to have to prepare this week a lot for them. But like I said, we just need to be ourselves and play our game.
Well, congratulations on the win, Braden. Good luck next week. And I got a T-shirt for you, so stop back up here in the press box here in a second. Folks, that's going to do it for us here at Brockway High School, where the final score was Brockway 62, Coudersport 6. Thanks for joining us on the YDL Sports Network, and make sure to check out all the recaps of District 9 and District 10 games tomorrow morning. For Larry Weiser, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night.